Hey everybody, got a shopping haul for you today, and at the end I'm going to show you the recipe for my chocolate chip cookies. We use Miss Fields' 1993 version recipe, and we add M&Ms just for Christmas. Hey everybody, decided to bring you a shopping haul today from Walmart. I needed to get some things to make some holiday goodies with, and then we got some of our regular groceries too. Alright, let's get started. Decided to get a box of Christmas Captain Crunch for the kids. We do this every year. Needed some more candy canes. Decided to try the sweet tart type. Needed a thing of ragu, some frozen berries. I always get the cherry blend if I can, because I'm not a fan of raspberries. We got here some icing because we're going to do some sugar cookie decorating. I've also got some condensed milk. Gotta have that for fudge. There's my husband's drinks that he gets every week. We got some pretzels for some more candy making. Those bars are for my husband's work. When he goes to work, he eats those. Needed a 10-pound bag of potatoes, a couple gallons of milk, a couple of boxes of brownies, canola oil, some barbecue sauce because we're going to do some ribs, whipping cream for the fudge. Also got these cranberries for some fudge. Needed some cheese. Needed some sliced cheese. They didn't have regular Kraft singles, so I had to get the 2%. A couple bags of onion rings. Nathan's are my favorite. I got a couple of the marinated tenderloins. Gonna give those a try. Got a pack of chicken thighs. Got some ground beef. Got those ribs I was talking about. Got some burgers. Couple bags of pizza rolls, couple bags of chicken fingers. These are our favorite and they're gluten-free. Got some almond bark. That's going to also be for some candy making. The white chocolate chips, some regular chocolate chips. We get the dark chocolate. Those are both for fudge. Hershey Kisses for my candy bowl. Some pistachios, because that's also for some of the fudge we're going to make, and peanut butter chips for some more fudge we're going to make. That goes in my glaze. You'll be seeing that recipe soon. And bananas. That's it. Oh, and some grapes. Found them for $1 a pound. So I got those. Weekly groceries, plus a little holiday stuff thrown in. Okay, so in my mixing bowl, I've combined the flour and both sugars. We have white sugar and brown. And I'm just whisking them right now together until they're well combined. And then I add butter Crisco to mine instead of butter, which is what the recipe calls for, but I always put my own spin on all the recipes. So this is another thing that, to me and to my family, it just tasted better. So I soften it just a little bit in the microwave. Don't melt it completely. It gives a total different consistency. So I just soften it just a little bit. And I mix this whole thing by hand. I don't use a mixer. And I usually do everything in one bowl. So you just do the best you can with the Crisco, or you can still use butter. It's up to you. Here are my 2 eggs, slightly beaten with the vanilla. I added that. And I like to combine this really, really well. Not over blending, but just make sure it's good together. before I add the chocolate chips, and in this case, the M&Ms. I also need to note here that I used self-rising flour instead of all-purpose. And it's fine if you do. It's not a big deal. I don't always buy all-purpose flour. My go-to is self-rising. So I had that. That's what I typically use on this cookie recipe, and it still turns out fine. And these are my M&M baking pieces. You can also use the M&Ms that you get in the checkout line at the store. It's fine. It's real forgiving recipe. And I also use the dark chocolate chips. So we'll add those in. And this recipe, I just get in here with my hands and combine the last little bit. It's just easier. Okay, so I got it all combined. And what I usually do now is make sure the oven's preheated. It's supposed to be 300. And I line my cookie sheet with foil. That way I don't have to grease or spray anything. There's enough butter, or butter Crisco in this case, in the recipe that it doesn't really stick. And I always bake it for the earliest time, which I think it's like 11 to 13 minutes, and I start checking it around 10 minutes. Yeah, 11 to 13 minutes. On the recipe that I'm going to print for you in the description box, it's going to say 9 to 10. So you can use your best judgment. We don't like our cookies very crunchy, so we try to do the earliest time possible and let them finish cooking off of the cookie sheet, if that makes sense. I just take a tablespoon, that's the same tablespoon that I mixed the batter with in the beginning, and I just scoop it out like so. And I like to just kind of put it in a ball form, set it on the cookie sheet, and press it down with my 2 fingers. And not completely flat, just barely flattened. And they end up getting bigger, and it's like the perfect size. Okay, this is the finished product. I just lightly remove them while they're still warm. Let them sit on the pan for just 30 seconds to a minute, just so they don't fall apart when you pick them up, and carefully go underneath and remove them from the pan, and they'll be perfect. Thanks for watching. If you got any comments or questions, comment below.